folks. This is our Thursday morning virtual coffee chat. I'm Karen Thomas here with some of the people and friends and superstar women in our community. So we're going to have our chat. We're going to let them introduce themselves and tell you who they are, where they're at, and what company they're with. And then we're going to have our chat. All right, take it away, Deb.
Hi, I'm Deb Bollicky from Southern Minnesota. I'm an Avon representative and ready to learn.
All right, Maria.
Hi, I'm Maria Gertzen from Corsicana, Texas, and I'm with Color Street, and I am in the process of learning, and I am also seeing other people's affirmations and going, oh, no, got to change that mindset. Something you just said, Karen.
That's it. It's all about, challenging every little thought that comes across and say, do I want that thought? I think we just had Andrea. Andrea, where are you at? I just admitted you. Where are you? All right, Miss Andrea. So glad to have you here. You're right on time for the introduction. So tell us who you are, where you're at, and what company you are with.
I'm currently living here in Vienna, and I'm a handmade jewelry designer, and looking for tips and tricks to promote my jewelries.
Right.
And I'm so happy to be here in this coffee meetup.
Very good.
Yeah.
And her name is Andrea.
Yeah. Or Camelia. Camelia, it's Cami, like short.
So you go by Camelia instead of Andrea?
Yeah, Camelia. Camelia, yeah.
I'll try to remember that because Andrea is first, and you come up Andrea first on the messenger, on everything. So I'll try to remember that. But please forgive me, I have CRS. Does anybody know what CRS is?
Corporate social responsibility.
Deb, do you know what CRS is?
I think it has something to do with breathing.
No, can't remember shit.
Oh,
I can't believe she said that.
Well, now that we have that out of the way, short-term memory, they really tell you, if you really want to remember something, you have to tie it to something else. You have to tie it to a feeling. You have to tie it to something that when that happens, you remember it. So since so much goes on and I'm just a blur most of the time, I have a hard time getting it attached to too much, but working on that. Got to change the way I talk about that, because that's the whole thing with mindset and thoughts, because that's what we were starting to talk before we started the recording. We were starting our chat, and I said, no, we got to do the introduction and then we start this chat. We get over 60,000 thoughts every day. It's your job to decide whether it's a good thought or a bad thought. And only when you accept that thought does your subconscious, does it get filed. So if you're going around and just thinking thoughts, and you're not telling your subconscious whether you agree with it or not, guess what happens?
That happens.
It starts going in there, and you're being programmed automatically by all the stuff that you allow being in your thoughts, that you sing along with the radio, whatever is going on, and you're agreeing with the thoughts. It's becoming part of you.
That you cannot catch all the thoughts. You have to decide which thought is good for you.
But that is the whole magic to success.
Yeah.
Learning how to master the thoughts, master your emotions, and master your focus.
Yeah.
And your mouth.
And your mouth, right. But see, the thing is, if you master your what's up here, then you're paying more attention, which means you're not talking.
Yeah. I mean, I started to write a book like about master your life balance.
Right.
I mean, work and personal life? How to separate them?
Well, there is no separating. I think that is the myth, is you don't separate them. You just adjust each day to what is on the agenda. I used to schedule time to go to my daughter's school to have lunch with her. I wrote it right in my schedule. Every couple months, I would schedule, write it down, make it part of the what I was to do, to go
Yeah.
show up at her school and sit and have lunch with her. I didn't necessarily eat, but I was going to show up and just treat her special. When you have a special child, the second one gets left in the dirt. The second one doesn't feel as important because everything is all about what's going on with the first one. The doctors, the physical therapy, the surgeries. And so the second one, if you don't make a point to try to have something special just for them, then they don't learn to feel special. So I tried to have, I heard that one time in one of the seminars or something that I went to about, because I'm about learning. And when you have a special needs child, none of our lives come with an owner's manual. Nothing came with her when she was born and said, okay, this is what you need to do.
Sure.
So
It's all our lives is like a learning process, and we have to trust the process and to take little steps every day.
right.
Hear your
Tweaking,
English is
guiding
beautiful.
it, absolutely. Now, did anybody have any questions that they wanted us to chat about? Because my thoughts for today was on the fake skimmers. I had another one today. I wanted to this was my thought. Is that a good topic for today for everybody, or did you all have something else you want to talk about?
Oh, this is really interesting. How to discover scammers. Yeah.
Okay. Well, did anybody, I didn't put it on my profile because my profile is my introduction, my resume to people coming, that are looking at me when I friend request. My profile is what they're going to come and decide whether they want to accept me as a friend. So I didn't put it on my profile, but in the group, I made a post about the fake scammer. Did anybody see it?
You have to tell Cammie how you discovered it.
Okay. All right. I might share my screen and show this to you, but I'm always talking to people. I message people. I have a tool, but I had somebody reach out and ask me if I had a second profile. And I said, well, I do. In fact, when I got shut down with Facebook, I opened up 2 or 3 of them. So I have a backup that I can get on Facebook and see what's going on if I need to. But I said, I don't use it. I don't friend request with it. I don't post with it. I don't do anything with it, but I do have one. If you look me up, you might find it. But he said, then he messaged me back and did a screenshot of what the message was. He says, is this you? And I said, no, this isn't me. Something about Bitcoin, something about whatever. And I said, please report it. Please, that this is not me. But I did ask him, I said, can you send me the link for that profile? So send me the link. Now I'll share my screen and I will show this to you because this is, whoops, okay.
If you can hear me, you're froze.
I'm froze.
Yeah, you were.
Well, when you're on Zoom, things happen. Okay, let me pull up Facebook. Okay, Facebook.
There's Cammie. She was froze also.
Well,
But now,
No, I hear you.
all right, stuff happens. Okay, I'm going to pull up Messenger because Messenger was where, well, if I can pull it up, when you have Zoom, things don't always work the way, there it is. All right. I'm going to pull up this conversation first. Oops, okay. All right. Mark. Just so that you can see. This is how it started. Okay. This is, and you're going to get friends. Sometimes it'll be a month later, 2 months later, if you're hacked or somebody copies you. But this is where he did. He said, he messaged me, hey, Karen, I wanted to reach out to you. I'm curious to know if you had a second profile or is someone impersonating. This is where I answered him. This is what he showed me was coming up. This is what was sent to him in my name. Okay.
Oh my God.
I need to mute. Everybody mute. Who's got stuff going on? Molly, you need to mute.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of stuff in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what was sent to me or was sent to him. So I asked him for the link. This was the link which I posted in the group. And what's interesting, you go to this link, guys, you'd not know this is me. These are old pictures. My profile is public. So all they have to do is pull photos from me. Okay, these are all older photos of me.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're doing, I messaged every person on here and told them this was not me.
But you have 3 friends. That's all you have.
Right. This is how you tell it's a fake one. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only 3 mutual friends, all friends. If you do all friends, you can't, they do have that blocked. Okay. But there's only 3 friends. Okay.
Yeah.
If you go back to the post, you can go down to the bottom of this. They only have, this is the bottom. When you
They had 7 pictures.
right. If you can get to the bottom within a few posts, this is a scammer. This is a fake person. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But they've pulled pictures off of my profile.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then of course they posted this, which, I'm like, okay, I reported this one to Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
the scammer.
But this is somebody, but it's not what to me what's just disappointing is that people think that whoever they're talking to looks like that. They're using my picture and having people look at it and think that's who they're talking to.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but
she has actually been violated, Cammie, because her identity is stolen, and therefore she's got to have all the time, effort, and energy to go back and recorrect everything and shut that all down.
All right. Also, look what they put in here. They're from Warsaw, Poland. Okay. If anybody really wants to know my roots, I'm from Hungary. I got family in Budapest. So if I'm gonna be from a foreign country, at least put the right one.
Yeah. Definitely.
Debbie thinks that's funny.
I don't live in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Anybody who goes to my profile, I have where I'm from on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not in Arkansas. Okay. So this one's a fake one, but I will show you what I just got. Where was this one? Oh, this one here. One of the people. Oh, no. I don't remember. This was one I got. This was a message I just got today. And I've talked to this person. These are all posts. This person has been hijacked. Okay. But what they do when they actually hack your account, when they actually get in and lock you out, this is what they do. This person I've talked to from 22. This person's been in my friends list. This person's been hacked. But what they do is they send you a message saying, oh, I need you to help me. I need you to help me get it back into my account by this, a code. Facebook wants to send a code.
Okay.
If they're a random person that I haven't talked to, if any one of you all asked me to do that, I'd be calling you on the phone. I would be getting you on Messenger and talking to you face to face. Hey, did you need my help?
Yeah.
I'm going to call you and ask you first, because once you do this, once you give them the code, they're getting into other people's accounts. So I answered them. I do not help hackers.
Yay, you.
look what they did. They automatically, whoa, they blocked me. So now I can't go on their account and warn anybody else, which I should have been smart, just played along for a little while so I could go onto the account and start letting people know that it's been hacked.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things I do now to help people that have been hacked. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can get back into Facebook. You can, I mean, it's a long process getting back once you've been hacked. The biggest thing I can tell you is the two code authorization, the two-step authorization, you know, where it sends you a code. I want to show
Yeah.
you all something else. Okay, this is this. In my Gmail, on one of my Gmail accounts, I want to show you where somebody's been trying to hack me. Okay, do you see this? No,
Yeah.
no, wait a minute. Where is it at? Let me find. Oh, let me find it. Wait a minute.
It's right there, your single code.
No, okay. No, that was something else I was trying to do. Well, maybe that is it. Is that what it is? Okay, all these
Yes.
yeah. We received your request for a single code. All these Microsoft ones, this is where somebody's trying to hack me.
Okay.
Okay, the thing is the code is coming to my email, so they haven't hacked my email. They can't get in it because they're trying to hack my Microsoft account.
And they did
Yeah.
that to me. And then I tried to call YouTube TV and another scammer got on, and before I knew it, as honest as I am, he ended up taking $120 out of my Cash App. Another way of scamming I saw this week was I have a dresser on Marketplace. You'll have 3 hits like in a matter of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They want me to send this, give them their telephone number, and then me give them the code that is texted to me. Another way of scamming and hacking.
It is.
People got to be aware of this.
You have to be aware. And the thing is people say, well, that's why I don't go online. That's why I don't have public. That's why I don't. Okay, you can live scared. You can live scared and not do anything. But you know, it's just like riding a stagecoach. We all saw the movies. We all saw the stagecoaches, and how many times were they robbed and chased down? But it was
flipped over.
Right. But it was the way to get from one place to another. You rode a stagecoach, you rode the train, but things are going to happen. There are always going to be bad people trying to take stuff from you. And sometimes they will. And you can't live scared. If you live scared, then you're not going to have a life. You're going to be afraid every time you turn around, and you're going to bring more bad stuff to you because that's all you think about.
Yeah.
And I will tell you all this, the reason I can speak of this, and I will tell you about not living scared, because part of my journey now is telling my story. And I have so much in my story that it's going to take, I'm going to do a book one day, but little bits and pieces. But the story that you all may not have ever heard yet is the one where I was carjacked. My daughter came home from the hospital, the one who had her surgeries. She had a reversal done, and she came home right before Christmas. So she'd just come home from the hospital. I went to the store to get stuff to make cookies for Santa. So this was Christmas Eve. Okay, Christmas Eve. I get my stuff, I'm in the car, and I'm backing out, and this punk, I'm going to tell you it's a punk, jumped in my car, told me he had a gun. I have a gun, drive. What do? I'm going, okay. So I keep backing out, and he says, don't hit nothing. I'm like, okay. I have a smart mouth, you know, so I get myself in trouble, and I end up getting smacked, and he knocks my glasses off, and he says, don't hit nothing. I said, you knocked my glasses off. How the hell am I not supposed to hit something?
Can't see.
Anyway, long story short, drove around probably about 20 minutes, and I thought, all this time I'm thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm 5 months pregnant with my second child. So here I am 5 months pregnant. And that's the one reason probably I was bigger than he was, that I didn't beat the shit out of him. You know, or be anything else, but I'm pregnant. So I thought, you know, if he gets too aggressive, you know, I'm going to end up hurting. He's going to hurt the baby or hurt me in a way that I can't defend myself. So I decided, I was driving around, I said, okay, I am not going to be the dead pregnant woman found in any abandoned house on Christmas. No, not happening to me. This is not going to be my story. Anybody relate to that?
Yes.
Don't want to be that. I don't want to be on the news. All I could see was the headline: pregnant woman found in construction site. No, that's not my story. Sorry, guys. So I was going around. I slowed down to go around a corner and saw a couple people in a driveway. I didn't have my seatbelt on because I hadn't put it on yet, because I was in the parking lot. I normally put my seatbelt on after I get the car out of the parking lot and I'm kind of moving forward. Anybody else do the seatbelt on your way out of the parking lot? Okay, so I hadn't got my seatbelt on. I opened the door and rolled out of my car.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Okay, still got the scar.
That took courage.
I got the scar on my shoulder where I hit the pavement. But I tell you what, when you're scared to death, I rolled, I jumped up, and I ran to them people.
Oh my God.
But my daughter had just had surgery. So I had to get home. I said, do you want us to take you to the police? I said, no, you have to take me home. I have to get home to my daughter.
Yeah.
I said, I have to get home. I said, I'll call the police from my home. But I had to get home. I had to get home to take care of some medical things with my daughter. So anyway, it took me the longest time. People could not come up to my car. But I said, I'm not living like this. I'm not living where when somebody comes up to my car, I'm scared to death. This is no way to live. I'm the Avon
Yeah.
lady. I'm in neighborhoods. I'm the Avon lady. Lord knows if he'd have done it 3 days earlier, he'd have had hundreds of dollars.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I've been doing deliveries. Any other day of the week, I'd have had a money bag. I'd have had money in the car. But everything was in the bank. It was Christmas Eve. And how many? He found 52 cents. They nailed him in court with it because I told him that there was change, a couple of quarters, a couple times. That's what they found in his pockets when they caught him. He went to jail. Just to let you know, he went and tried to do it on another lady and she got away. But you can't live scared. And I worked getting past that because it takes your life away. It takes your breath away. It takes all your joy away. If you are living afraid of every little thing that you see. So I can speak on it because I've been there, done that, you know? So I don't know if anybody else has a story you want to share about getting over fear, getting past it, but that's mine. So, you know, it's one of those things that you can't be afraid of all the stuff that is out there.
Yeah.
Because it's not ever going away. There's always going to be bad people. There's always going to be things that are going to happen. What our job is to do is to find the way through it, to learn the lesson, to find the way through it. Whatever
Yeah, this is life changing experience.
right.
So definitely. Yeah.
Now it's deciding how you want to, who do you want to show up and be in this situation? Who do you want your children to see? Who do you want to be for your customers? Who do you want to be able to say you were in the story?
Yeah.
And that's why you can't live scared. And I just refuse.
There's an acronym for that.
What?
It's fear. False expectations appearing real.
That's it.
False expectations of
False expectations appearing real.
Real.
Spell out the first letters of each word is fear.
Yeah.
False expectations appearing real.
Yeah.
And every day we're going to have something that scares us, something that we wonder about. And the thing is if it makes you wonder, then don't do it. You know, you have to take steps to protect yourself. So now, guess what? My next car has automatic locks. Now, soon as it's put in gear, locks go down in my car. There's no reason that you can't take precautions. You don't have to be stupid, you know, but you have to be diligent in looking at the information and saying, okay, I know these are scammers. I know half these men that send me messages wanting to say, are you married? Do you have children? You know, half of them are, you know, trying just to get close enough to either steal money from me, doing something.
Yeah.
And most of them, I'll chat for a few minutes just to make sure, because I really don't want to just assume about each and every one of them. But most of them, 99.5, 99.8. I know that's the situation. We all know that. We're women. We all, but I did have a guy tell me, he says, there's women that do it too, to the guys.
Oh my God.
I said, really? So there's women that are doing this to guys too? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. There's people who sit in rooms. Now, I'm going to tell you, I taught my mother. Now, y'all know my mom's 90, right? Okay. This is about 2 or 3 years ago. She had this guy who was texting her. Oh my God. He would send her links to songs. He wrote her poetry. He talked songs.
Wow.
This guy was unreal. 6 months. He did this for 6 months before he asked her for the first penny. But then he started asking for money. I'm stuck. Can you help me out? I taught my mother. I said, have fun with it. You never know. But never, ever give him any money. If he asks for any kind of money, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was, and it went on almost for a year. This guy kept texting my mom, and she said, I know it wasn't real. She says, but I really miss all the poetry. I really miss the attention, because that's where they get you, is the attention. They find out if you're one of those needy people that needs the attention. And as long as you learn to be strong and to be self-confident in who you are, we don't need any of that. Okay, somebody put in a chat. Okay, guys, you're going to make me look. Where do you find
She
the
says,
time?
where do they find the time?
I don't know. That's the whole thing. I don't have time for this. Again, I don't know. But you have to think about where most of these people come from. You know, most of these people are in countries where they don't have hardly any money. They, you know, and maybe they're being forced into doing stuff. And maybe, you know, it's just everybody's programming is different. And what you'll do for money, you know, when people are starving and they say, well, we're going to pay you, but this is what you got to do. There's people who'll do anything. You know, I can't explain it. I don't know. What I do know, and this is in all of my stuff that I read and do, we've talked about in the chat that we were talking about books. I forget who asked about books this morning. In the books and stuff, you can't, as long as your heart and what you do is with good intent, you can't judge what somebody else does or why they do it. All you can do is be responsible to yourself. So if I give money to somebody standing on the corner saying, I'm hungry, I'm homeless, if I give them money or I give them something to eat, I'm giving because that's what they've asked or that's what they're portraying. If it's not true, it's not my responsibility. It's not my job to verify or to make sure who's telling the truth. Okay? Does that make sense?
It's not your job to verify who's telling the truth.
Right.
So at that point and in that decision, what do?
You either give or you don't give.
Ah, okay.
It's all about why you are doing it. What is your mission with doing it? It's just like, I don't get into politics or religion, but so many people want to say this one's bad, that one's bad. They say it about all of them. It doesn't matter what they are, but I go to the polls and I vote. Who did I vote for? It doesn't matter. I did what my civic duty was to go put a ballot in and vote for somebody, right?
Right.
They ran for office. It's their intent, whatever they do and for whatever reasons they do. All I can do is pray for them. God, please guide them. Please help them make good decisions. But it is not my responsibility to make sure they do. It's not my job to judge them. I don't know everything that goes on in their job. Lord Jesus, do you want that job?
No.
I want the job. So, don't judge. It's not us to judge. What looks like anything could be the total reverse of it. How many times have we looked at things? Back in the day of Columbus, they used to think the world was flat.
Then there's still people that do that. They're called flat earthers.
That's all right. But see, that's their belief. It's not my job to prove them right or wrong. There's enough proof, either way, but it's not my job. And it's not me to judge that they're good or bad people because they believe that. But it's like anything else. It's a belief. We are responsible for ourselves. All I can affect is the little room, the people here on the Zoom, whoever listens to our chats, whoever listens to one of, my videos. All I'm responsible for is me and the message that I want to have people hear or know about me and what I'm trying to do. That's our responsibility, at least as far as I'm concerned. Now, I don't know how anybody else feels. I've quit judging any of it. The only thing I work on is what's in my circle. My mom, whoever's within 10 feet of me or on my screen.
We should be responsible for our facts, for what we are doing.
Right.
For our action. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. I've done a lot.
And assume that and to say, yes, I did that thing.
Okay.
So it's my responsibility.
Exactly. Anybody else want to chip in today? I think I've talked enough. I've been a big blabbermouth this morning.
Debbie?
Don't have nothing today.
Marcy, how you doing today? You came in late. We didn't get introduced to you. Where'd she go? Gotta unmute, Marcy. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I was tired this morning. I had a hepatitis A and B shot yesterday, so my arm is kind of stiff.
Yeah. That'll do it. But them vaccines are pretty good. I've had both of those. Before I went out of the country to Mexico, I got all my hepatitis shots. So
yeah, well, with my autoimmune liver disease, I had to get one. So
very good. Well, you just rest. It's all okay. Very good. Anything anybody else wants to comment about what we've talked about today, or that I've been having?
Can you go over the top three? Can you just go over the top 3 points that you made
about scammers?
What? No, about whatever you were talking about.
The top 3. I don't know. I'm lost.
Okay.
I'm lost with that question because we've talked about quite a few things. So I'm not sure which top 3. When we first started, we were talking about my post for the affirmations.
Okay.
And then we went into the scammers and about how to tell if they're fake.
Yeah.
And we went through the messengers, and then we started talking about being scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
And about telling our story.
Right,
Like,
not living scared, and how I can talk from a place of having fought the fear, you know.
yes.
Right.
And so that's why I'm saying I'm a little lost in top 3 of what you would like.
Well,
And
I do
I
have a
can,
question. I actually have a question or a comment. On Instagram, I get these friends requests from these men. So I go into their view profile, and if they only have 2 posts, I block them.
Absolutely. They're not
And
real. Not
yeah,
real.
so
Because behind the pictures now of men or women, whoever puts up these posts that you can get to the end of their whatever they're doing, they're not real. They're just trying to figure out a way in to
Yeah.
talking to you, to giving you attention. Women, I know for so many women, I'm a big, anybody else do Dateline or 2020? I love watching the crime scene shows. And so many of the ones where women are ripped off is because they were lonely. Somebody paid attention to them. And it's just such a shame when we are feeling, when somebody can say nice things to us and we melt and think, oh my God, they love me. It's easy to say nice things
so
and
Yes.
so on
be
I have a
different.
question.
Yes.
So on Facebook, on your profile, and you list about yourself, is it better to list where you're from and you're married and stuff like that, or is it better to have it closed?
I list where I'm from because I'm very transparent. I even have my phone number on my profile. Okay, because I have nothing to hide. You can find, you know what I'm saying, you can find anything. There's people, if they want to find out stuff, there's ways to find out anything on the internet. So I list it. I do not talk about my job resume. I don't do all of the things that I like cooking, that I like movies. I keep it as professional as possible. With in my bio, my first thing that I said is that, I'm about multiple streams of income. I'm about making money in several different ways, not just one. I'm also a
Yeah.
Mimi. I have it at the bottom that I'm a Mimi. Anybody? I mean, I hope everybody knows what a Mimi is.
Grandma.
I'm a Mimi.
Yeah.
That's my pride and joy, is being a Mimi. It's just the whole new definition of life is just being a Mimi. But
Yeah.
coach, I talk about the things that I want people to know that I offer. What are some of my solutions to helping you? I've studied mindset. I've been studying and doing so many programs. I want to share what I've learned. And so that is where I'm going for the next 30 years. So that's what I have listed in my bio, are the things that I want people to know. Now, did anybody the
By the
purple
way,
pitch
I asked about the book. I was the one that I asked on the group what
about the book?
book.
Okay, so I know somebody did as asking. I told you I have CRS. Camellia, I have CRS. I know somebody did, and I'm like, I can't remember who it was, but somebody asked
Yeah,
about.
that's me. Yeah.
But I'm just doing I bought a new program 2 nights ago called the Genie Script. And the guy
Wow.
was Wesley Virgin that put it together. And he said that he has read over 700 self-development books. He's done over 200.
Wow.
What books were those? There was something 200 of some other kind of book. See, there's my CRS. Okay. I just heard it this morning and I still can't remember. But this guy studied a whole lot of books because he said, I wanted to change my life. He says, I was a dumb, young, black. That's what he was.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
just listened to his story this morning. And he said, when he had his son born, his second child, he said, I didn't want them looking at them and seeing a poor excuse for a dad. He says, when you find your why, he said, you can change anything. He said, I've always wanted to be wealthy and rich and whatever. He says, but everybody wants that. He says, but I wasn't doing anything to get there. I was still just chasing the girls. I was still doing this, still had no money, writing bad checks. He says, I was still doing all of the stupid stuff a young person does. He used a few F and N words, okay?
He's an amazing guy.
You
I
know
know.
Wesley?
Yes, I know
Okay, well,
Wesley. I mean,
my world. And
I watch
yep.
every live that he's doing on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I mean, he's really smart.
He's really smart. He is. I'm just amazed, but I'm just saying, I just found this program. I'm really enjoying it. He shared a lot of stuff, but this is, I grow and then I share. That's what we do. And that's how you grow, and that's how you connect with your customers and helping them with stuff, with helping them learn and grow, and everybody wants to feel connected and heard.
Yeah.
And the biggest mistake everybody, or not everybody, excuse me, a lot of salespeople make is they think that they should be a commercial. We have been so programmed by the TV and the radio, commercial. People think that they have to be a commercial for their product. No. Your best thing is to be a commercial for you. People want to get to know you. They want to know you're real. I told one person who I notified everybody on that profile that it was fake. I've now had 4 guys trying to talk to me. So I wrote back one of them. I said, Zoom, you want to speak with me? Let's schedule a Zoom, because I only do face to face. I want to see your face. I want to know who you are, who your pictures are on your profile. It's too easy to be a fake person. And that's the whole problem with people not buying from you when you put your stuff up on social media, because too many people are out there just selling stuff. What makes you unique is what you can give to the people. What can you give them so that they can learn who you are? That's the value of just being one human to another human, saying, I love you, I want to help you, I'm here for you. Even if you just need to call me and vent. Okay, call me, just tell me you're going to vent first, so that I don't feel like you're just yelling at me. But if you need a shoulder to cry on, I got a big shoulder right here. Okay, I'll be here for you.
One of the things I have heard in probably many of the people I've listened to, is when you're a direct seller, you have to remember that people buy from who they know, like, and trust. So they have to get to know you. Like with Avon, I personally feel Avon sells itself, but it's the person selling it that they have to know, like, and trust to get them to look at the books.
Right. Yep.
So
it's all about them believing that you're real, and that you're not just trying to sell them something, that you don't want just the dollar out of them, that you actually care that something may or may not work for them, and that you understand what the problem is, and they can recognize that that they can feel that you've been there, you've already walked in their shoes of feeling and having that problem. When you can convey that in your social media, you will be 3/4 of the way there of having people reach out to you and say, hey, I loved what you shared about such and such. It opens up conversations. You want to open up conversations with people on Messenger. You want to have them want to talk to you.
Yeah.
If they don't want to talk to you, it doesn't matter any of it. And it's just finding the people who will want to talk to you.
Yep.
And then
And
sharing.
be a problem solver.
Yes. And does anybody know what my new cover says? Anybody remember? Now, this is where I'm going to tell you about something. I have talked about the perfect pitch, right? The perfect pitch formula, the perfect pitch masterclass. I took that. Forbes Riley was amazing. So she is where I learned that and how to put together the perfect pitch for any different area of my life. So for social media, I am the frumpy business fixer. You want to be memorable. How many times have you introduced yourself? Hey, I'm Deb. And you leave it there. Or, hi, I'm Deb. I'm the Avon lady. Okay, next. But if you say, hey, I'm Deb, and I am the I'm the fashionista of accessories. They're going to look and go, really? That, I'm going to tell you all. And I'm going to be pushing it out there for you to attend that masterclass, because she tells you how to craft that for you, for your business. She is the queen of pitch. And I'm going to tell you what, I was blown away with what I learned in that masterclass. And so
Can you not have that your brand then? Couldn't that be your brand? The frumpy, what did you say? The frumpy pitch lady? The frumpy.
No. She's the queen of pitch. That's her definition. Mine, I crafted one of mine because I do more than one thing. She says, I know you do more than one thing, but you pick one and you craft the pitch around each different thing. When you learn how to do that, then you can have anything you want in life. So for my social media, for what I put on my profile, I came up with Frumpy Business Fixer. So when I say, hey, I'm Karen Thomas, I'm best known as the Frumpy Business Fixer. Do I sound different than anybody else?
Yes.
That's what you want. You want to sound different. You want to stand out. And the only way, there's thousands of Avon ladies. There's thousands of Color Street ladies. There's thousands of people who teach social media. Okay? The way you stand out is how you define yourself. What can you say? How can you stand out and have people connect with you? I challenge all of you to go to the class. If you want the link, DM me. I'll give you the link for the class. It changed my whole life.
Was it expensive?
$19.
Oh.
$19. It's a Sunday, 3 hours on a Sunday.
Please do send me. I really need this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forbes, if you look up, Google Forbes Riley, and you will see she's an actress, but she has sold billions and billions on QVC. Billions. Because she understands how to pitch, how to tell people about stuff, and not just say buy me, but she crafts a whole pitch for a product, and she can do it in seconds. She is just amazing.
But I don't see you as frumpy.
Okay, frumpy. What does frumpy mean? Anybody know what frumpy means? Kind of slouchy, gropey. Okay, if your business isn't doing anything, if your business isn't growing, what is it?
Slacker.
It's
slacker.
Frumpy means that it's tired looking, that it's not jazzy. It's just
right.
It's blah, 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 blah. That's what your business is. So I'm a frumpy business fixer. Okay?
Fixer. Got
Frumpy business fixer. When we do these chats, what are we talking about? How to fix things. We're talking about solutions. We're talking about, growing and learning. See, that when you have a frumpy business, you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not doing anything to help yourself. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents. We've been on here for almost an hour. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Yes, I got to go to another training.
All right, we'll see.
It was great.
Next week. Subscribe to my YouTube. Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.